Whenever you're ready.
Delightful. And if all else fails, go for the period. All right, Ben Johnson here with Accuracy in Media, and we have Dana Loesch from big journalism fame and CNN fame and Bill Maher fame here with us to get crazy.
Oh.
Thank you. All right, you work simultaneously. It's a very interesting world that you work in. You work simultaneously with CNN and also with big journalism.
Yeah.
Can you comment on the integrity, the truth-telling narrative in the media currently today as we see it? Is it as thin as Walter Cronkite's mustache?
It is. That's a really good analogy. It is. It is just like that. And I think, though, a lot of people, and I think this is something that we're seeing from media, and it's probably, maybe that's why they're bringing on like people like me. I never would have thought myself, a conservative, would ever be on CNN at any point. I think had it not been for new media, I don't know what people would do to get information. I really don't. And I think that the traditional, and I always feel like I'm talking about, always railing on mainstream evil corporate media. But I mean, really, when you kind of think about it, they all get their funding from, most of them from one main source, and especially like you have Think Progress and Media Matters, who are set up to be sort of like the junior league corporates, that they're funded by the Tides Foundation, which goes back to the evil. It's like a Scooby Doo story. Isn't it like a Scooby Doo episode? He's like George Soros is like the guy. They take the monsters. It is a costume monster. They take the head off, and it's George Soros, and he would have gotten away for it too if it hadn't been for you pesky conservatives. It seems like that. Like he's like this crazy boogeyman. Doesn't it seem like? I almost think he's a fictional character.
That Andrew Breitbart would play a great Scrappy.
Written by Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah,
like I totally
No,
distracted myself.
The whole point of the question was to get to a Scooby Doo reference.
That's
right. Okay, thank you
Mission
for playing with that
accomplished.
one.
Thank you for turning that into some gold. That was awesome.
That was kind of, yeah. Would Scrappy, would Shaggy be Breitbart, or would it be James O'Keefe?
Does he actually ever accomplish anything?
Well, if they're uncovering, well, yeah, I know.
Like Fred, but Fred's kind of a prep. He wears, doesn't he wear a little ascot? I don't know.
That would be James O'Keefe.
Fred is totally James O'Keefe.
Scooby Doo, where are you?
Liberty evangelism? Can I get a witness?
Lift it up.
Talk to me about this. Is this a new church?
I just think, because people had been asking me, why would you go on CNN? Why would you go on MSNBC? They will not have me back. I went on there one time. It did not go awesome. I mean, I just kept going back and forth with Chris Matthews, and he finally said, this is not working. And I'm like, I know it's not working. So I never was invited back on NBC, MSNBC, or any NBC-related programming ever. And that was like over a year ago. Or like when I go on HBO, people are like, why do you go? Well, you know you're going into a lion's den. You know that you're going to be the one conservative, and you're going to be up against like 11 progressives, and you're going to try to have to get a word. You're not going to be able to get a word in edgewise. But you have to go into their camp. You have to go into enemy as it is territory, and be able to and be able to stand up for your ideology, your politics, your beliefs. And I think it's, and I really like it. Honestly, I just really like it. I like to argue with people. It's fun, and it is liberty evangelism. You're reaching out to people, and again, it comes down to planting the seed. It comes down to, maybe I'm not going to convince you immediately, but you're going to think about it, and maybe you're going to come around to either the idea on this particular issue or in general, and you'll agree at some point. You will agree with me. I will make that happen. I will get inside your head, and I will. Did you ever see? And I'm going to totally go off on a tangent. Did you ever see this documentary about the ants in the rainforest, where they get infected by this fungus, and this fungus drives them to go and bite down on a leaf, and it sprouts out of their head, and it makes more fungus? That's me.
Oh my God. That was actually my last date movie that I had.
Just grossed out and went somewhere crazy.
It was really charming. Yeah. I am so happy in the direction this interview is going.